So, welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, I've got Tyrone McKenna. How you doing, Ty?
I'm all good. Just as you can see, chilling. It's Sunday, day of rest, so in my jammies, chilling in bed, waiting for tomorrow.
I know. Is it back? But more training tomorrow?
Yeah, well, this will be my last hard week. I'm jetting off on Sunday, so I'll go back up home on Monday night after my last spar and pack, see the kids, see the missus, and then fly out. So
where's the fight?
What?
Where's the fight?
Dubai.
Oh, blimey, okay. Oh, so you got a bare old flight then, mate?
I don't know. It's a 8-hour flight, but getting to see some sunshine, which will be nice.
Yeah, mate, anything's better than this at the moment, isn't it? Do you know if there's crowds as well? Will you have people there as well?
I literally, just before I came on this, texted my manager and said, is there crowds or not? I don't think there is, but a lot of people are on to me asking for tickets, so hopefully they'll add in a few hundred, but I don't think there is any, unfortunately.
Is there going to be anything streamed anywhere or anything like that? Or is it...
Yeah, it's going to be on ESPN Plus, and it's going to be on hopefully BT Sport. That's what I'm thinking. It's Frampton show. So.
Oh yeah, of course. I wasn't sure. I looked down there and I thought, but no, yeah. What a card to be on then. So it's the Frampton Herring card.
Yep.
It's going to be a cracker.
It's a historic night. It's not even just a big card. It's a historic card for Belfast and for obviously Ireland. It's going to have its first three weight world champion in Frampton. So it's a great night to be involved in. And then there's going to be a lot of eyes and a big platform for me to shine. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. Definitely. As you say, a bit of sunshine as well. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, loving it. Loving life. Have a wee tan going into the ring.
Oh, mate, I'm going to be watching now. I'm going to see if you can work that tan in a week.
No, I've got so pale because there's no sunbeds open. Fuck's sake, so I need the sun.
Do you normally have a sunbed before you go in fights?
Yeah, because for some reason, I don't really have sunbeds outside the camp, but see, sometimes when you go into a fight, I don't know, the TV makes you look even wetter, even pastier, so I try and get a wee bit of tan on and look good, and it also makes you feel better about yourself.
Go out there and you haven't got the sun reflecting off your pale skin.
That's you don't want to look like Paddy Barnes. I guess.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Well, great times ahead then, mate. Before we go into your fight in particular and more about you, how do you see the Frampton Herring fight going? It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. See, me and Frampton are complete opposites. So I'm 6'1", and I love getting involved in fights and wars and fight like I'm 5'4". He's the opposite. He's 5'4", and he fights like he's 6'1". He's very good at keeping his range and keeping it long and picking and outboxing people that are a lot taller than him. So I think he's going to actually outbox and keep Jameer Herring at a distance and outbox him and beat him on points.
Yeah. Are you good mates with Carl? Do you know Carl?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Boxing's a small world, and he only lives up the road from me, so.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone seems to know everyone. I was talking to Spike O'Sullivan the other day. Everyone seems to know everyone in Ireland in the boxing world.
It's not you go to Dublin, you go to All Ireland to see everyone that's coming through the rankings and stuff like that. So you're always about in the Irish team. I was in the Irish team with Frampton. So yeah, you always just see them as long as they're decent. I don't know the low level ones, but I know the decent ones.
Yeah, well, you're up there now, mate. You're up there, so you're hanging with. And now now you've got, as you say, you've got that big stage in Dubai to showcase your skills and get back to where you should be.
Yep,
that's big chance.
I haven't gone away nowhere. Don't worry about that. I haven't gone away nowhere. I'm still where it should be. I'm still top 20 in the world in box track and fighting for a big title here. So happy days.
Yeah. Well, as I say, back to where you should be, mate. You know, you
Yep.
deserve it. You work hard. You know, even on, you know, you can have a Sunday off occasionally. Do you know what I mean? But no,
That's it.
going back, we'll go right back to the start. Where did it all start for you? Because originally, it was all about the acting.
No, that's not true. It wasn't about the acting at the start. It was, I was in boxing a long time before acting. 8 years old. Do you know what? There's a few different stories. So one was when I was 8, my brother always got into fights, so he always got in trouble. And one day we got jumped with about 10 people from the street, and my dad sat us down to learn how to fight. So we did go down, but we only stayed during the winter months when it was freezing, because across the road was a youth club, and it was 25p a day, and the boxing club was 50p a week. So my dad thought it was better for us to go to the boxing club, which saved them money. And so we went there every day when it was freezing outside. And then when it got sunny, we just stopped and forgot about boxing. And so it was more a winter sport for us. And then one I was there for a couple of years on and off, just when at 8, 9, 10. And then my dad said to me, "Look, I'm buying these boxing boots for a fight," because everyone else had boxing boots and I didn't. And he said, "Look, this is my week's wage. We were 80 quid or something. That's my week's wage. You buy these, you have to stay for a year." I was like, "Fuck's sake." And I wanted to leave about 10 times throughout the year, but I said, "My dad will kill me if I leave." So I stayed at it for a year. And by the end of the year, I was winning titles and beating everyone. So I stuck at it. Said, "You know what? This sport may be for me." I was shit at all other sports anyway.
Have you still got those boots?
Nah, do you know what? The funny thing is, I lost them halfway through the year anyway. But I
Oh.
found ones that didn't look anything like it, but my dad didn't notice. So it was
So
all right.
even though you lost them, you could have said, "Look, they've gone now anyway. I might as well just call
Nah,
it a day."
I, I feared my dad. I feared my dad. So I found different ones and I pretended they were the ones he bought me.
So when did the acting come in then? Because if you
Just
look at different stuff, it always says, you know, oh, he was,
act.
you know, he started off with the acting. Oh no, he started
Um,
with the boxing. You've got all different,
no,
you know, mixed bag
see,
there, Ty.
I was the most confident, cocky kid in the world. Like confidence oozed out of me. And one day in school, they went through all of Belfast schools, all of Belfast boxing clubs as well. And they came up to school one day and they were picking people, you know, that would be good to audition for this film. And they went around all my mates and I was standing there and they didn't pick me. They picked everyone around me and they didn't pick me. And I went, "Fuck's sake, I must be what they're looking for." And then I seen the paper at night. It was open auditions. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to go down and try out with my mates because they're all going down anyway." And I got through the first round, I got through the second round, got through it was about 10 rounds, there was 2,000 kids. And I got down to the last 4, 3, 2, and then finally got it. But it's just because it's because I didn't give a fuck really. I wouldn't that I was a good actor or thought I was a good actor or done any acting lessons. I was just so confident about everything, about boxing as well, about everything I done. I thought I was it. So I ended up getting the role.
Yeah. So what was the turning point for you then from doing that? Did you just go back to your boxing afterwards then and
Yeah.
think this is going to be
I was
the
actually
future for
reading.
me?
I was actually reading. I just won All Ireland's, and filming it started the week after. And I was supposed to go to a thing called Four Nations, which is Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales. It was the first time going to be going to because I was old enough, and they wouldn't let me go. So I was raising because in case I got black eyes or something. And but yes, as soon as I was done boxing, I love boxing. Always loved boxing. It was more like a social thing to me than a boxing club. Like that was where all my friends were. That's where I just looked forward to every day. So as soon as even during the filming, I did go down still and train away and stuff. But straight after, back in the boxing, hands up.
So who was the person you looked to in the boxing world then? Who, you know, you're a big boxing fan. Was there a particular fighter that you looked at and thought, yeah, you know,
Nah, I didn't really like, or not that I didn't like, but I didn't watch boxing. And who I looked up to during boxing was Anthony Kakachi. He's he was my best friend growing up. We were mates since we were 6 years old, and we joined the boxing club together. And he's lethal. He's British champion now, obviously, and he he was just winning everything, and I wanted to be him. So I was just trying to outdo him and be like him, and I did. I won all irons like him. I went everywhere with him, and then we turned pro pretty much together. We went to Philly together, turned pro out in Philly, and then he's obviously British champion. And I'm doing my thing, so we're still doing well.
Yeah. Well, and you think your amateur record as well? It was about 129 fights,
Yeah,
120 wins. It's
yeah,
and then going from that straight into your pro game. You've got a good record there. Your 24 fights.
yeah,
Your 21 wins is it at the moment?
yeah. One draw and two losses. The two losses have been very close, and
yeah.
Jack Kettle's #1 in the world. There's a point by him, and Howard Davies. A lot of people thought I won that fight. So my losses aren't even like detrimental. They aren't like fuck. He got battered by some idiot. I got battered, or I got slightly beat by world class fighters.
Yeah, and you look at the game now, and people always say, don't they? It's not all about that zero anymore. Everyone talks about, it's so precious, and you look at all the big fighters. They have lost fights, but it's how you come back, isn't it?
I've never given a shit about that. Like a lot of people do give care, like and the cherry pick and work their way up the title levels, even win titles without even fighting anyone, fighting people, foreign people still. But that hasn't been my career one bit. I think I've always took a tough career. As soon as Jack Harrow was mentioned in I don't know, 13th fight, I took it, and he was already number one in the world. I mean, I entered that golden contract, Pop Moon, who was IBO world champion before. I mean, I've always chose the harder fights. Even this one, I offered two other fighters. I'll not say their names, but I was offered them. He was the hardest one out of it, and that's who I picked because I want the title and I want undefeated fighters that are going to finish me.
Yeah, no, definitely. Can you say his name?
Turov?
Yeah, it's the first name, mate, isn't it? Jankosh?
Zankosh, that's it.
Oh, mate. As I say, I'll be tuning in. We do a live watch along on this show of fights that are happening at the time. So we'll be definitely tuning in for yours and do a live watch along on here. We'll be rooting for you, mate. And,
that's it.
As I say, Jamel Herring we had Jamel on actually the other week.
Did you?
Real top guy. Really,
He seems like a nice guy.
Sorry?
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, do you know what he said? Yeah, I've watched all of Frampton's fights. I'm a fan. And you think they're quite dangerous people, aren't they? The ones that do the homework and they've got a real passion for the other person. And he said, but I'm getting a job done. And you could see it in his eyes. I thought, this is going to be a cracker because Frampton is exactly the same, isn't he? He's so, eyes on the prize.
It's a massive fight. So I'd say they're both going to be tuned in and ready to go to war.
Yeah. No, as I say, I wish you all the best, mate. A safe flight out to Dubai in about a week's time.
Yeah, that's it.
And enjoy the sun.
I will do.
Top up
next time. That's it. See you later.
Yeah, thanks for your time, mate.
All right, see you.
Take care. Well, Tyrone McKenna, what a lad, flying out to Dubai for the big fight, 3rd of April on the Frampton Herring card. He's against Turov. Big fight there for him. I wish him all the best. I'm sure he'll go out there and do well. We'll be doing a live watch along on here for his fight and for the Frampton Herring fight. So yeah, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, check out the rest of the content. And you've been watching JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Richie's Boxing and Limitless Creations, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.